Hi, friends. Okay, so now we are back in PCO workflows. So this is the quote unquote home screen of workflows. So you'll see these little lines here, and these are categories for workflows. So that I have decided right here is where this starts. We should probably add first time givers to that. So I'm going to go and manage our workflows, and I'm going to say that in I have decided. Oh, shoot. Let me get out of here. I'm going to go into first time givers, and I'm going to edit it and say that it's actually under this category, because giving is a big deal at the heart. So now each of these have a category in which they're under. So I have decided this is baptism, first time givers, follow Jesus. That's someone that gives their life to Jesus. So right here, like next team, this is where the next team is going to be connecting with people. This is orientation stuff, and then here's special events. So what I want to focus on right now is this orientation area. And so this is going to be an area where you're going to categorize your workflows, because I'm sure you guys are going to be onboarding your teams and you want to put them in a workflow so that you can keep track of what you've done with them so far. So I'm going to do a test one. So in here, you're going to go to new workflow and you're going to click this button. And right here is what the name of what we're doing is going to be. So we can do, for the sake of simplicity, everything should be the department in which we're leading. So we can do heart, kids, whatever you want to call it, onboarding, orientation. I'm just going to stick with orientation, and I'm going to put it in the orientation category. So I'm going to create that workflow, and here it is. So now we're going to see it pop down here, and I'm going to click on this, and now I'm going to be able to create my first step. So these are the actions that people will take as they move through your workflow. So the first thing is, we know in the Heart Kids, we're going to do a welcome email. So in here is what you're going to put in your mock email. So, hi, blank, because you guys want to do this to where you're doing it at first, but somebody else you're going to want to pass this on to somebody else later, and you don't want them to have to know everything that you're doing to be able to make this work. So that's what this is for here. So I'm going to say, hi, whatever. We are so happy that you have chosen to serve in our children's area. And then you can share the vision. At Heart Kids, we believe, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to go on and on and on and on there. So this is going to be your email, and this is going to be the person that is going to be defaulting to, which is the department head, right? And then you can start to set a time frame and all that stuff in here. For simplicity, we're just going to create this. So this is the first step, right? The way my mind works is I want to do all the steps first, and then at the end I'm going to fill in all of this stuff. So the first step, I know in kids, we're going to send a welcome email and kind of telling them what to expect. Expect a phone call from me. Every kid worker, we love to background check to make sure our kids are safe and all that stuff. So we're going to add a step, and we're going to put in here background check. That'll be the next thing. And then in here you can explain why. It could be a script whenever you're talking about it. We want to make sure our kids and workers are safe. To ensure this, we background check every single person that serves in our children's area. So whatever that is. So then the default is Signee, whoever that is. So Eric is the one that's doing the background checks. So now, boom, we're in our background check. So we sent our email, we did a background check. Whenever that's done, let's say we're going to do our phone call, and we'll review background check and schedule serving. Boom. So that's the next thing. Then we're going to send a PCO welcome email. So you guys can see kind of how this is going. will go down the line, and however you need your orientation to be, whether it's 1 step or 7 steps or 12 steps, it doesn't matter as long as it's something that, just think about when people are taking this over, how are they going to be able to navigate through this? I do think that for simplicity's sake, I don't know if there's more than 4 to 6 steps. I feel like it's a lot. Children's might be a little bit of a little different or an exception, but maybe some of this stuff can go together, you know? So the biggest thing is, you know, you want to make sure when you're creating your workflow, it's something that's realistic for you. It's something that's simple, because you don't want to have to work through something and it's going to take you an hour and a half. And so basically, this is what your workflow setup is going to be whenever you're doing your orientation for your groups. So, at any time, you can always go in here and edit your steps. If you come in here and you say, you know what, after doing this 4 or 5 times, it's better for me to do the phone call first and then the email and then the background check. You just hold on to these areas and you can click them into where they best fit. So, you know, you can put this at the very end, or you can put this at the very top, or whatever. So it's really easy because you don't have to worry about, you know, canceling everything. You can just drag that around. So that's one really sweet feature that I love that they have. The other thing is you can share this with whoever. So you click on these settings here, and then at any time, once you say you want to just do the steps first, you can go in here and you can edit the step, and in here you can change or add or take away information here. And so I absolutely love workflows. I think it's one of my favorite features in Planning Center, and this is a super simple way of how to use workflows in relation to your department. Thanks. Bye.